Of course, I want to go back and just go back and go to bed. But I've come this far, and I'm not going over here to side with them or anything like that. I'm not. I was gonna go north and then go to Michigan too, but now I was gonna go all the way to Niagara and over and through Rhode Island and everything too, but all in due time. I have to see what everything is and everything's all about, because I just got to see that Corey and his girlfriends were everywhere in that Bay Area, but apparently that's where they are in Fayetteville and stuff. So it's like, Corey, of course I lost. Cheat to get ahead. Of course I lost. I wasn't the one cheating. Well, I did in 2017, and then 2018, and then 2019. And I went back to my husband. But you have no idea how hard it is having to take care of your grandparents in hospice and watch the grandparents you love so fucking much die, and then years later find out that they're not your grandparents, not by blood at least. It's like, that shit's hard as it is, but it was hard as it is because they housed us when we had nowhere to go, because we were going to do the camping thing. We were going to do the camping thing when he left the union, because his mom kicked us out. His mom kicked me out while I was miscarrying, and I had to beg him. I had to beg him not to leave me and not to only visit me on the weekends with Albuquerque, because Thorne was telling me to go to Albuquerque and wait for him. Go to Albuquerque and wait for him is what he kept saying. Go to Albuquerque and wait for him. Well, they sent me to Rio Rancho. They sent me to Corrales, not Albuquerque. I couldn't go to Albuquerque and wait for him because I couldn't afford my own place in Albuquerque, and it went to Christina or some shit. So yeah, thanks Thorne. Thanks Thorne. As if I liked Thorne. He's like, I'm going to steal your girl. I'm going to steal your girl. I'm going to steal your girl. I didn't know what that meant. And I was like, no, he's not. Thorne wasn't my type. Thorne got to be on stage of all the concerts, this, that, and the other thing. He wasn't my type. And it's not that he wasn't my type. It's that I wouldn't do anything like that to my husband. And yes, I had a fascination with his friend Rob because he could draw. And I needed, well, my tattoo artist got hit by a bus. And I wanted to stick with one tattoo artist, and he was going to do all my tattoos. But that's why I have one tattoo, is because he got hit by a bus. But if someone could draw, that's like, that was a good asset as a friend. And I hate to say that I was using someone as that, but it was more along the lines of I admired the fact that they could draw. I can't draw. I tried doodling. I doodle and I draw like geometrical patterns and animals and trees and stuff, but I can't like draw. And you know, at the time I was actually literally trying to write a book, a children's book, and I needed an illustration artist, but they mistook everything that I did. And I hung out with Chauncey. Yeah, I hung out with Chauncey. I watched Hellsing. I ate some pumpkin seeds, but I got bashed for fucking him when I didn't. Same thing with Brandon Schmidt. It's like there was a kid named Brandon Schmidt, and I didn't fuck him either. I literally just hung out with him. I was hanging out with these people. I hung out with people, and I got in trouble for hanging out with people, so I only hung out with the people that my husband said I could, which was a mistake after realizing that my husband was against me the whole entire time.